guys, Eric and Matt here to talk about the Spartacus Vengeance finale, Wrath of the Gods. And I thought this was a good season overall. Maybe not as great as the first was by the end, but man, this was a hell of a finale.
There's one thing this show does really well that it exceeds at, it's the finales.
Yeah.
And it would be interesting going forward with all the deaths here. It's pretty much wiping the slate clean villain-wise. And one of the things this show, that one of the reasons people love this show so much, is you actually really like the villains. Like, there are fan favorite villains. And like, to see people like Asher and Lucretia go, who again tethered us back to season 1, like, it was sad, you know, and you hope for epic deaths for the villains as much as you do hope for epic deaths for the good guys. You know?
All these characters add a lot to the show, and I mean, look, they killed Mira in the first few minutes of the episode, which definitely raised the stakes. I mean, I thought for sure, even if it was a fatal wound, she'd make it longer into the episode.
It makes you wonder going forward, like, how will they ever have on the show maybe another love interest for Spartacus, considering what happened to his wife and what happened to Mira here, you know? But yeah, it was definitely raised the stakes, gave like almost an extra bit of motivation for Spartacus to get out of that mountain pass and to do something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it did. It gave him even more of a personal reason now to be pissed off. He already had a major one. And then going through the episode, like, you know, you mentioned Asher's death, for instance. I mean, great character, despicable villain who got more despicable this season. But yeah, I mean, he definitely went out big, and I thought got a good, proper ending for him.
Surprising final opponent.
Yes.
And I'm gonna miss, like you said, I'm gonna miss the characters on the show, especially this season, seeing him like out on the periphery and being like, Asher.
Yeah.
You know, like, and he always manages to just escape. So I'm gonna miss that. It was also great to see Lucretia almost bookend the season with her madness.
Yeah.
Like the way she started when they found her in the Ludus to the way she wound up. And going back, if you watch the season, you'll see like, it was her plot all along. That ending, what she did, as horrible as it was to, of course, to the newborn baby too, like, that's what she was trying to do the whole time. And she put on this mask of sanity to do it when she was clearly mad.
That was a great sequence because, I mean, honestly, it kept me guessing in that what insane thing was she gonna do? Was she just gonna kill Lithy and the baby? Unlikely. She took the baby, you think, is she want it for herself? Then I thought, oh, she's gonna kill the baby. I did not actually see coming her jumping off with the baby. I mean, it was just, I actually honestly thought that she would be around longer. And so it was a big surprise, but I think really packed a punch and completely worked.
Glaber's death with the sword down through the mountain. They're running out of holes for people to stick things on this show. Of course, I say that, I'll eat my words pretty soon. Right? There are always gonna be holes to stick things. But I'm gonna say that it was great to actually have Spartacus have a villain who he kills, but he was able to have final words with. When he dispatched Batiatus at the end of season 1, there was no like, this is for my wife, or you know, no final words. He just slit his throat. But here they actually got to like, there was a moment of recognition of like, he's beaten me, I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna die horribly and graphically. I
almost felt that, I agree with everything about Glaber and thought that was great. I almost thought that Oenomaus' death maybe would have been better served in the episode before, only because there were already so many deaths. He got so wounded and lost an eye in the episode before. It almost was the one where I felt like it could have been given a little more weight.
Also because, he was just wounded by the same guy
in
the last episode,
jerk.
And he wound up getting killed by him, so it's not like he even came back and defeated the guy who stabbed him in the hand and stuck him in the eye. He still just got killed by him.
Right.
He saved Gannicus, and so like his whole thing was like coming back together with his former brother and them, you know, reviving that bond. But yeah, it could have been done a little better.
I will say though that this show gets away with stuff that some shows wouldn't, and can sell moments in an impressive way, because Gannicus Oenomaus, I thought it worked, that final moment between them, that final moment of brothers, you know, and you know, I'll see you in the afterlife. I like that a lot.
So overall, I thought it was a really cool, powerful finale. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here, simply because of all the deaths.
Yeah, because it felt like a series finale in a lot of ways, and now they have to introduce some new villains that they can match, you know, these amazing villains we had in the past, which is a tall order, but right now an exciting order to see as well. So let us know what you thought in the comments, and we'll look for more Spartacus next year.